Okay, we're going to do the different pin curls. First one we're going to start out with is a triangle base pin curl. This one is usually done around the hairline. You do like a 1" by 1" triangle base. They're alternated. You can see the points alternate each time. This is usually done around the hairline because it'll keep it from showing those little split marks. So you're going to begin, make your triangle. Okay, there we got your triangle shape. This one has the point to the back. You're going to comb it straight up. Now if I want the hair to go forward, I would wrap it forward. If I want it to go back, I would wrap it back. So you're doing it straight out, 90° from the scalp, ribbon the end, wind it with the end on the inside of the circle. The circle stays on the inside of the stem. Wrap it down to the base, and then you want your clip securely on the base. This would give it a little bit of height and direction. So if my first one had the peak going towards to the back, the next one will have my peak to the front. So you're just going to come out again and make your triangle. Do you see the triangle shape? 90°, ribbon the end, wind it down, and then clip it on the base. If you need to, you slide down through to the other side to clip it. Okay? And then you continue. This time the triangle would be with the point to the back. You want your base to be about 1 inch, and that would be measuring like from the corner or the first fold on your finger. Do one more. Stand-up curls are going to give it height. Again, triangle base is what we're going to use around the hairline. You can also do square-based ones throughout. And again, you're going to take 1" by 1" square. Again, just kind of measure it with your finger a little bit. You want to keep it wet. Comb it straight out from the scalp. Ribbon the end, and again, whichever direction you want it to go. If I want the hair to go back, wind it back, forward, down, or the other direction. Whichever way you want, and again, it gives you the height. Your circle should be about the size of the diameter of your base, so about 1 inch. Wind it down. That end is on the inside of the circle inside of the stem, and then you're going to wind it right down to the base. And then you put your clip securely on the base. That's the stand-up pin curl. We also have a couple of other curls to do. The sculpture. Okay, sculpture pin curl is just going to give you some direction. They're kind of easier, I think, to do them from the bottom up. Okay, so I'm going to let down 1 inch. Remember, I want 1" by 1" base, except for this one, we're going to comb it down, straight down from the scalp, ribbon the end, and then I'm going to wind it with the end on the inside of the circle on the inside of this stem, and you're going to wind it up until it's going to sit. The circle is on the inside of the stem, and the circle sits half on and half off the stem, and I'm going to clip it right at the base. And on your clip, you want to use this part of the clip as your holding part, because remember, it's going to slide through this part because it's wider. So you're going to do one, comb it down, slide it through, and again, this one, you can go either direction with it. This is going counterclockwise. If you go the other direction, it would be clockwise. If you do 1 row counter and 1 row clockwise, that's going to give you a wave, because it'll just continue the pattern. But the circle sits half on and half off the base. It's kind of hard on the straight hair to get those ends in there. Okay. So you're going to take 1" by 1" base, ribbon the end, wind it up, keep the end on the inside of the circle, circle on the inside of the stem and clip it. And again, yeah, I think it's easier to work on the bottom up, then you can let the next row, because there's going to be a little bit of a drop on them.
How many do we have to do?
You'll do 16 to get them marked off. You can do these, usually with this one, the hair lays flat to the head. This one gives you volume. This one doesn't. It gives you more direction or sweep to the hair. So for your skills, I want you to see at least 16 of them. And I have one other pin curl to show you. And I'll just do a row here. This one is called the Basic. And it's going to give you, and again, 1 inch by 1 inch. Comb it straight out from the scalp. Okay. Bless you. You're going to wind it around your finger, slide it off, and then it's going to sit right on the base. The circle sits right on the base. The end's on the outside, or on the very top, and then you clip it right on the base. So, straight out from the scalp, 90 degrees. And again, these can go clockwise or they can go counterclockwise. But the end is on the top, slide it off, and it just sits squarely on the base. When you go to undo it, it gives you a nice little corkscrew. This is usually what's done for like longer hair. This one would give you a lot of spring, a lot of volume. This one, again, is going to be not a lot of volume, just give you direction. And these two are going to give you some height. The stand-up would give you height and volume. It's kind of similar to a hair roller. Sometimes you'll use these where you can't get a roller. Sometimes maybe a sculpture curl just where you want to bring it kind of forward a little bit and lay close to the skin. And then the triangle, you want those for around the hairline.